Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that right now. Click that little thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen. I greatly appreciate y'all. While you're at it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for your boy. It's your host, F. Merritt. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. For real. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of things to get you updated on. First of all, let me start off by saying we can go Edgar Berlanga against Steve Rolls, March 19th, Hulu Theater in New York. Um, Last time I seen Steve Rolls, and probably the last time you guys seen him, was he was taking on Triple G short notice. Was it short notice? Well, no, it wasn't short notice. Triple G don't fight nobody on the zone. But yeah, so Steve Rolls was getting his ass whooped by Triple G. I think it was an early stoppage. Wasn't surprised. But anyway, guess what? He's back. He racked up 2 victories against 2 guys I've never heard of. No disrespect to him or them, but he's I'm big on momentum, so it looks like he's got a little bit of momentum going on with him. Edgar Berlanga, last time we all seen him was on the Wilder Fury 3 undercard, and I believe he was in a tough fight. He got a knockdown, probably like, I think the mid rounds or whatever like that. Ended up winning the fight, but ended up going through surgery. Now, first fight back in New York. Now, I'm one to say, I think Edgar Berlanga is a bona fide, certified, going to be future star. I see it. I see it. I do see it. They're moving him the right way. You know what? Let's take a step up fight here. He got dropped. Okay, cool. You won the fight. You come back. Let's get a little bit more experience. You know what I'm saying? Let's get away from this whole, first round stoppage streak thing that you had. And let's actually show people you could box. Let's actually show people you have skills. Let's actually learn, and get the rounds under your belt. You know what I'm saying? So, Steve Rolls, it is what it is. He took on Triple G, however you want to call it. He did get his ass whooped. But March 19th, be on the lookout for that. Hulu Theater, New York City, Madison Square Garden, New York City. Where else can we go? I mean, well, I see Edgar Berlanga probably coming off of surgery. Steve Rolls, I see him stopping Steve Rolls probably late or mid rounds, or just winning a decision, trying to cruise and get the rounds under his belt. That's how I see that going. Now, next one is Virgil Ortiz against Mckinson, March 19th. Um, some people will have a problem with Virgil Ortiz taking on Mckinson. Mckinson, I believe, is in the top 5 of the WBO. Not mad at that. It's a stay busy fight. I think Virgil Ortiz is going either the I don't know. He's got a choice. He can go the WBC route, or he can go the WBO route as far as getting a title shot. Now, if you go the WBO route, Josh Taylor's going to be moving up after his fight in February, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want Terrence Crawford. But unfortunately for him, that mandatory for the WBO for Terrence Crawford's welterweight championship will not be called until the end of this year, probably November. Yeah, because yeah, probably the end of this year. So I don't know what Josh Taylor's going to do, if he's going to just take his time and just come up to 47 and just try to, make that fight happen at the end of this year, or take a stay busy fight in between. Virgil Ortiz can go the WBC route, like I previously just stated. Go after Earl Spence, become his mandatory. I don't know how that's going to go. He's a golden boy fighter. At the end of the day, he's golden boy fighter. You see how Oscar is moving his guys. They're in prime position and can have a title shot whenever they want to, but for whatever reason, they want to take their time. Okay. I'll get to the Ryan Garcia stuff. I'll get to the Mungia. That's gonna be the next thing I talk about. But for Virgil Ortiz, he's taking on a guy in Mckinson who is 21-0. He has 2 KOs. That tells me he doesn't have any power. Okay. Virgil Ortiz I think Virgil Ortiz is a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He's shown me something the last fight against Mean Machine. He's got some dog in him. He can take a punch. He can take it just like he can dish it. So he's got heart. He's got skills. I just think the longer that they wait, the better he's going to become, honestly. So I honestly don't have a problem with Virgil Ortiz taking this Mickelson fight. Stay busy, March 19th. Not sure where it's going to be at, but it definitely will be on the zone. Now, Jaime Mungia against Demetrius Ballard, February 19th. Now listen, I think Jaime, we wanted you to take on Demetrius Andrade, not Demetrius Ballard. Okay, now some people say, "Oh, that fight was supposed to happen, and something that happened, and somebody pulled out or something." Okay, cool, great, okay, no problem, cool. Take on Demetrius Ballard, cool. But then I see an article talking about Jaime Munguia's people saying that Munguia's dream match is against Triple G and Golden Boy is they're going to do everything in their power to make that fight happen. So you know who loses in this situation? Demetrius Andrade. The reason why I say Demetrius Andrade loses is because Demetrius Andrade wanted a big fight with Triple G. Demetrius Andrade has been coming out telling everybody, Jaime Munguia has been my mandatory for like the past 3 fights, and he won't take it. He won't step up and take it. So when people getting mad at Demetrius Andrade saying, "Oh, he's not fighting nobody. Who is this guy?" That's because my mandatory, who's in the way behind me, won't fight me. That's sad how you got to kind of force a mandatory to fight him. Now it all makes sense. It don't make sense. Hold on, let me take that back. It don't make sense. You're in the WBO. You're the number 1 contender. You're the mandatory to take on Demetrius Andrade, but you want to go after Triple G? Well, get out of that sanctioning body. That's how I feel. What are you paying sanctioning fees for? Why are you in the way? I'm confused. I'm really confused. Now that fight's supposed to be taking place. Mungia and Demetrius Ballard supposed to be taking place February 19th. Not sure where it is, but if you want, Mungia wants Triple G. Triple G was supposed to be taking on Murata, I believe New Year's Eve in Japan, but unfortunately due to 19 that situation, they shut that thing down, which totally understandable. Totally understandable. So Triple G hasn't fought in a while. In a good little while. Like I feel like he could have taken a stay busy fight in between that. Jaime Munguia, he could have fought him in between. He could have fought Demetrius Andrade, but Triple G is moving like, man, I don't even care when Triple G fight no more. Like honestly, he's not fighting nobody. He got a new coach. I don't see any new wrinkles to his game. I don't understand how you get rewarded from losing the second Canelo fight. Now listen, I had him winning the first one. Hands down, I had him winning. I had Triple G winning the first one, the first fight against Canelo Alvarez. But situation, saying, judges and all that crap. It's always something. Anyway, had Triple G winning the first fight. Second fight, I could see Canelo winning by 2 rounds. I can see that. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But then you get rewarded with $100 million deal at the zone and don't fight nobody. Okay, a lot of people say Dermachenko beat the dog crap out of Triple G, and it was a very tough fight. Very, very tough fight. I had Triple. I don't know. I don't even really know. I don't really know. I got to go back and rewatch that. But a lot of people saying Triple G lost that fight to Dermachenko. When you're paying a dude $15 to $20 million a fight, going in there, if it goes to a decision, they're probably going to give it to the champ. You know what I'm saying? You know how that goes with that situation. But yeah. So Triple G is going to have to get past Murata, which I see him doing easily. I don't see anything special in Murata. He's an okay fighter. No disrespect to him or his fans, but Triple G's going to go through this boy like a buzzsaw. Easy. All right. So then that's going to set up Jaime Munguia and Triple G. Whatever. Whatever. I don't even care. Whatever. Oh, I watch it? Yes, I watch it. Will I be emotionally invested into it? Probably not. Like, okay, whatever. I just think somebody's got to step up and be able to fight Demetrius Andrade. Honestly, somebody's got to fight him, dude. Okay. I don't understand why nobody wants to really fight him. Nobody, and it's been rumors of him saying, "I'm going to go up to 168." And I guarantee you, as soon as he goes up to 68, then Jaime Munguia is going to go up and try to fight him. I mean, try to get that belt from him. That's just crazy. This is what boxing has turned into, right? Guys don't want to actually take the belt from the champ. They rather fight for a vacant belt against a lower level competition guy, become the A side, hold that belt for ransom, hold the belt hostage, and then just take their time and just, whatever. These guys don't want to be the best. These guys want to be the best. And in return, the fans ain't buying it. The fans are not going to support this crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want the best fights available. We want the best matchups possible. We want to be entertained. We want the best cards. We want the best pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? I hate to always compare it to the UFC, but at the same time, UFC has better cards. Now, understand UFC has a different kind of pay scale. Boxers command more money than the UFC fighter. So, hypothetically, if the boxers of today got paid the same amount as UFC MMA fighters, we get better cards. There would be no problem making these matchups that we all want. because they're getting paid less. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I'm not jumping into that. But Jaime Munguia, come on, bro. How many title eliminators are you gonna do, bro? Why are you? Well, the pressure needs to be put on Jaime Munguia to stop being scared of Demetrius Andrade. What are you waiting on Triple G for? And there's no guarantee that that fight even happens. Honestly, if I'm Triple G, what I find? I signed a 6-fight deal. Who was the first fight? I don't even remember the first fight. For him, it was, we'll just say Steve Rolls, Dermachenko, some other guy, some other Russian guy or something. I don't know. He beat him. He could have ended that fight so much earlier. And now you're about to take on what's his name? Murata. Okay, that's 4. If you take on Jaime Munguia, that'll be your 5th fight out of a 6-fight deal for $100 million with the zone. Whatever. You like it, I love it. I'm not tripping about it. Now, we did Vergil Ortiz, we did Jaime Munguia. Edgar Berlanga. Let's get to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia versus Isaac Cruz situation. And the reason why I say situation is because supposedly Ryan Garcia is saying that he sent the offer. Oscar De La Hoya is saying that he sent the offer to Isaac Cruz team. And Isaac Cruz is a Manny Pacquiao fighter. And Team Manny Pacquiao, their promotional company came out and said, no, the offer that you sent us was not a lucrative offer. It wasn't even real. If you want to be real, then, we'll send you guys an offer, blah, 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 blah. Oscar De La Hoya has a history of doing this. Ryan Garcia has a history of doing this. And actually, Team Manny Pacquiao, who's Isaac Cruz, promotional company, they came out and said, no, like the fight that y'all really want is against Jojo Diaz for Ryan Garcia. I've been saying that. I've been saying Ryan Garcia was going to fight Jojo Diaz. Both guys are coming off of a loss. Isaac Cruz came off of I guess he looked better in his loss as opposed to Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz, he's still a dog. He still put up a good fight. He just was outgunned by Devin Haney. Longer, bigger fighter, better fighter. But Ryan Garcia, Jojo Diaz, I think it still sells. That fight was supposed to happen. Ryan Garcia ended up having a wrist injury. I mean, he hurt his either he had to have wrist surgery or hand surgery or wrist surgery. So he had to pull out once again. It's the sad part. Does anybody even believe in Ryan Garcia? I think Ryan Garcia is a good fighter. He showed me something in the Luke Campbell fight, right? Got put down second round, came back, stopped him. But you have to fight more. I'm tired of hearing you talking on the sidelines about, I would do this and I would knock him out. And, I'm fighting Tank. I'm not fighting anybody if I'm not fighting Tank. I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. Bro, your word don't mean nothing right now. Oscar De La Hoya, your word means nothing. When you come out, when Oscar De La Hoya comes out and says, we sent him a good, lucrative offer, I want to know what were the specifics of the offer. How much money was it? Were there little things in the contract saying if you lose, you got to fight for Golden Boy for 2-3 fights or something like that? We want to know the specifics. What's a lucrative offer? We know those guys over there, PBC, and a lot of fighters on paper. I'm not even gonna get it. All I'm saying is, if it's not a good offer, it's not a good offer. A good offer to you may not be a good offer to someone else because you might add some extra little language, little verbiage in the contract, right? Not saying you did, not saying you didn't. All I'm saying is you have a history of doing this. Ryan Garcia has a history of running his mouth and end up going fighting somebody else, not fighting at all, getting mad at his promotional company, getting mad at the zone, wanting to say, coming out and saying, I make more money in endorsements than I do fighting. Well, keep your ass over there and go be a model or IG, influencer or something. It don't matter, dude. Listen, the sport of boxing is not going to stop for Ryan Garcia. And I've been saying this is what I'm about to say. The WBC and a lot of other sanctioning bodies have been wanting Ryan Garcia to get this belt from Devin Haney. Straight up. They don't want Devin Haney with that belt. They've been wanting to make that matchup, but I think Oscar De La Hoya didn't want that fight to happen so soon. I think all of them were kind of waiting for Devin Haney to move up to 140. And I guarantee you when Devin Haney moves up to 140, they're going to be practically giving that belt to Ryan Garcia. Like I said, Ryan Garcia is just like another Jaime Mungia. Been the mandatory for Devin Haney, don't want to take the fight. It's always an excuse. He was supposed to take on what's his name? Not Fundora. What's the Cuban dude? Fortuna. He was supposed to take on Fortuna. Didn't want to fight him. Remember, it was a guy on Oscar De La Hoya's promotional company. Was it Duno? They had to beg him to do that. Like, golly, bro, why we have to keep begging you? You chose to be a boxer. You can't get mad at somebody for asking you to do the job that you picked to do. That's like somebody coming to work and be like, damn, I got to work today. Yeah, you got to work today. Nobody chose you to interview for this job, buddy. How you get mad because we want you to work? It's called work. It's called boxing. Box. That's it. Box. You want to call yourself the best. You're not even a champion, dude. You're not a champion. You're not. You can try to say, no, you're not. You're not a champion. You have no belt right now, sir. Nothing. You're not a world champion right now. Devin Haney has a belt. George Kambosos has a belt. Tank has a belt. You don't have a belt. Can you have the belt? Do you have the ability to get a belt? Absolutely. Just fight. Just fight. You're going to win or lose. That's it. Just fight. But yeah, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya has a history of doing this, of coming out saying, oh, we tried to do, man, shut up. Just make the fight. I don't care about nothing. If you want that fight, make that fight. If not, give him Jojo Diaz and let's move on. Because I'm tired of hearing about it. Honestly, I'm tired of y'all running your mouth. I'm tired of all of that. So I don't know who's next for Isaac Cruz. I don't know who's next for Ryan Garcia, but rumor is going to be taking on Jojo Diaz. And I mean, it's an in-house fight for Golden Boy. Why wouldn't they do that? You know, Ryan Garcia comes back. Jojo Diaz coming off a loss. It's perfect. There you go. Bam, bam. Then by that time, Devin Haney moves up to 140, and you're good to go. That's it. You're good to go. You're still in position where then you can go fight for a vacant belt. And I guarantee you, whoever they're going to put as an opponent for you is going to be a lesser competition. You win. You're a champion. Bam. Now you're going to be over here talking, running your mouth. That's how that's going to work. And you will be protected. And you got a Gatorade endorsement. So that means we're going to be seeing you everywhere. They're going to be building you up like you're bigger than life. And then whenever someone wants to fight you, they're going to be like, oh, no, you haven't done anything. You need to do more. Oh, man, Ryan's doing this and Ryan's doing that. Just fight. Tired of all this. It's going to be like we had this much talent at 135 and didn't get none of the fights. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis, Vasil Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia. All those guys, we only got one fight out of Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. That was it. That was it. Loaded division. Everybody running their mouth, but only two people fought. Teofimo was going to 140. Lomachenko's trying to get the Kambosos fight. You know what I'm saying? So Devin Haney's trying to get the Kambosos fight. Tank, I don't know what he's got going on, but they call him the money man. He's putting butts in seats and giving knockouts, but he just, he barely won to Isaac Cruz. It is what it is. I'm just tired of all the running your mouth, talking, doing this and that. Just fight. I'm not asking you to do nothing you haven't signed up to do. Fight. That goes for any fighter. If you're a fighter, fight. That's it. I don't want to hear no running your mouth. Don't do none of that. Fight. Anyway. Next on the thing would be next. Usyk versus Anthony Joshua in April in the UK. Usyk versus AJ, the second fight, the rematch. AJ's revenge. That sounds like a 1970s like movie or something, like a black exploitation or something. AJ's revenge. AJ's back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna say this: if AJ don't make the right adjustments and actually fight like a big man, he's going to lose against Usyk again. You got like a 9-10 inch reach advantage, and you can't. You want to just really think of how stupid this sounds. These AJ and his coach decided, you know what, we're going to go in there and box against Usyk. That's the stupidest decision I ever made. I ever heard him make. It's the stupidest decision. How you try to box a master boxer? What's wrong with you? You bully that man. You do, like I always said, you bully him. You do what Chisora did to Usyk the first 3 rounds when they fought. Push him back. Rough him up. Make it a real ugly fight. Get him uncomfortable. He tries to use those angles and stuff. Nah, you push him off of that. Keep him in the corner. Just beat him up. That's it. But nope, I'm going to stay on the outside. Let him use his angles. And every time AJ got hit, his head was flopping back everywhere. Didn't know what to do. Then he got a little bit more comfortable in the mid rounds. He was jabbing a lot better. He's just too robotic. AJ's too robotic. He needs to go back to the eye of the tiger type of AJ. He needs that dog back in him. Remember when in Rocky 3, when Rocky got his ass whooped by Clubber Lang? Remember that? I don't know if you guys catch up, stay with that, but Apollo Creed had to take Rocky back to the hood because he knew what Clubber Lang was. Rocky's manager, Mickey, he knew what Clubber Lang was. He was hungry. You're not hungry no more. You had the glitz, the glamour, the silk sheets, the training in Dubai and larger than life, all these endorsements and stuff. This dude is hungry. Usyk wanted that. Usyk worked hard for that. He was undisputed at cruiserweight, but he wasn't satisfied with that. He knew what he needed to do. He knew what he had to do. He knew what he was destined to do. AJ is just, I'm just going to go in. I don't even know what the game plan was. You can't sit here and tell me the game plan was sit here and, we're just going to outbox Usyk. That was the game plan? Y'all said, okay, if that was plan A, what was plan B? You should have roughed him up. You should have went to his body. If you know that he's going to be using a lot of energy, turning, using angles, trying to mix up his punches and bunches and stuff like that, you go to his body. You're the bigger man. You can go to his body and get out of there before he can even catch you with something. But no. I'm just trying to stay there, I'm gonna just stay in the outside with him, not pump my jab to the middle of the rounds, let Usyk get warmed up and comfortable. Like, just think about it. Look at how Usyk was teeing off on AJ in the 12th round. So disrespectful. He was like, I don't care what's coming back at me. You can't hurt me. I'm going to get you up out of there. He tried. He was swinging, fop. AJ was looking crazy. And once that bell rang, AJ was slumped over in his corner like he was like, thank God this is over. He got his ass whooped in front of his home country, man. Salute to Usyk. Handled his business. I was proud of him because he went out there and accomplished what he needed to accomplish. He implemented the game plan perfectly. AJ, this isn't Andy Ruiz, the second fight, which to me, now I'm looking at it, looks kind of funny. Okay. This isn't a guy you can just, I could just outbox him. No. You're going to have to get dirty. Not dirty like I'm just saying you're going to have to, get in there with him. You're going to have to push him back, like I said, rough him up, mix up some rough house tactics with a little bit of boxing skill. But all that robotic stuff that we got to get him up out of there, push him back, catch him. We got to use some tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be scared. Let's be the smarter, bigger man. Fight like a big man because he's a heavyweight now. Okay. Usyk's a heavyweight. A lot of people say, he's a cruiserweight. No, that man is like 6'3", 6'4", 220. He's a heavyweight. AJ's a super heavyweight. Fight like it. Think Lennox Lewis. When Lennox Lewis took on the smaller man, he kept him behind the jab. They couldn't do nothing to get past that jab. Now, it might make the fight boring. Cool. But get the job done. If you lose this, you're done. You might be done, bro. You might be done. This will be your third loss. No, it'll be a third loss. I don't know what you're going to do. But anyway, Usyk, keep doing what you're doing, good brother. You see what you see. You can take the power of AJ. You see, his weaknesses, his strengths. You've seen what you can and can't do to him. Now you just go back, watch the film, seeing the things that you just look at the tape and see what AJ was doing right. Like I said, in those middle rounds, make the proper adjustments. Don't overextend yourself by moving around too much. Pace yourself. And then just implement it and just win the rounds. That's it. That's all you got to do. Win the rounds. But you understand that when AJ, gets hit, he doesn't like it. He doesn't react well to it. So keep that in the back of your mind and get the job done. I think we will end with Canelo and Charlo. Now, some people sitting there, I posted a video, I believe, before this one. Some people sitting there saying, oh, that fight's not going to happen. Oh, man, Charlo's going to get his ass whooped. Oh, man, because I sat there in my video, I said, you know what? I think if Charlo can go to Canelo's body, he can hurt Canelo, he can slow him down. Canelo will go back to having the stamina issues that he used to have. Now, Canelo has done a phenomenal job of correcting those stamina issues by not being hit in the body. In the two fights that Triple G fought Canelo, I believe Canelo only got hit, a couple times in the first fight? And when it did happen, that's when you've seen Canelo taking deep breaths and stuff. Because understand, when Canelo has to fight you, he's a counterpuncher. Now, he does mix up being slick when he's defensive, and he turns well. He parries and stuff. He does a great job. But if you can get to his body before he can catch you with something coming in, an uppercut or a great, counterpunch, you can work with something. Now, Charlo, I think this is a perfect time for him to move at 168, especially if the fight's going to be in May. You haven't fought since, I believe, July against Montiel. Some people say that was a close fight. Yeah, it was a close fight. Cool, great. We move on. So right now you should be adding on those, extra 8 pounds, going through everything, fighting bigger guys. Ronnie Shields has already came out and said, "Hey man, we can put on those 8 pounds, no problem. He's comfortable, no problem. He's always strong." That's one thing with the Charlos. They're always strong. They're always in shape, and they're naturally big guys. Like I'm 6'1", I'm 6'1", 200, 190, 200 between there. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen them. These guys are my size. I don't know how they get down to 54 and 160. So I guarantee you, if you sucking yourself dry to get down to 160, and when you go up to 168, those 8 extra pounds gonna make you feel so much better, bro. You're gonna have so much more energy. You're gonna feel so much better. But hey, I'm looking forward to that fight. Now, listen, this is a rumor. This is a rumor. And I believe Brian Custer had told Ellie Setback that there was a meeting between Team Charlo and Team Canelo after the Canelo plant fight in MGM. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to that fight in May. If that's gonna be Cinco de Mayo weekend, baby, I'm in the building. Straight up, I'm in the building. That's around my birthday anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we can kill two birds, one stone. You feel me? Now, with that being said, hit that like button for your boy. Hit the comment below. Hit the subscribe button. Share. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Support who supports you. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out.